Are we on? Are we on? Alright people, just give me 1 minute. I am trying to get stuff set up. Alrighty. Welcome to hopefully my first successful live stream. Thank you everybody for popping in. Alrighty. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna have this all set up, but as of right now I kind of have my other computer on for comments and stuff, so sorry if it takes me a little bit. Alright. On my next live stream what I'll do is I will I'll probably like take the take and have like a whole bunch of references and stuff so y'all can see what I'm actually drawing from. But thank you all for joining. Right now I'm just drawing some heads. Just getting some more practice in with those. I am using, I should have put it in the description below, but I am using a website that has like a model of a skull on it. For my reference right now. I am going to transition into not using references in just a bit. But this is like actually my first practice of the day, so I wanted to kind of get this in. Get a few sketches in before I start going off the top of my head. Alright, so that is one done. Let me see if I can't. I don't know why it's looking kind of fuzzy like that. Might be my, yeah, it's my zoom. There we go. Alrighty, so let's do a different view. How's everybody doing? Let me check here. I am pretty happy because as of now at least the stream is going pretty smooth as far as the whatchamacallit is concerned, the frames and stuff like that, so that's good news. This head was a little rough, but that's alright. Alright, so for those of you watching, I'm using this as just like the eye sockets for now, and obviously this is a placeholder for the nose and the mouth. I'm not making my eyes this big. So for eye sockets, what this is good for is it's going to kind of tell you where the eyebrow itself is going to rest, and then obviously your eyes are going to be kind of in the middle of that. So that is that. Hey, how's it going? It's alright. This is like one of my first ever like streams that's been like relatively successful, and I'm still low on my subscribers there. Sorry, is it I am Muhammad? I appreciate you coming in and commenting though. Oops. Got to get that brow line in. All right. Hopefully I'll start to loosen up here a little bit. These heads are rough. Alright, let's do a slightly off center view. I'll do a little bigger. It's a little flatter than that. For the people coming in and out, I appreciate y'all. So yeah, this is just for the people here. This is just me kind of practicing my head construction for now. I'll probably move on to doing probably like some body construction in just a little bit. So like for those of you who want to be like manga artists and things of that nature, construction and deconstruction are like going to be very important as you learn how to draw, because without construction and deconstruction you don't really understand the human body well enough to draw it from memory. Like Mark Brunet actually just put out a video today, as a matter of fact, on this very subject for manga artists. It's like 5 things manga artists, or 6 things manga artists need to do in order to like thrive, basically. And this was like the thing that he said that we should be practicing the most. I've been putting in a lot of time the past few weeks on head constructions and body constructions too. Just trying to get in those hours, that practice. I'm always using reference for these. I will move on from using reference in just a little bit from this head study. But I am using reference. I just have my phone. Next time what I'll do is I'll take some like screenshots and kind of put them up or whatever so y'all can see what I'm drawing. But right now I'm just kind of using my phone right below as the reference to kind of keep going. I'm noticing that I'm not quite drawing the right heads too. A little nervous still. Alright, let's get this down. One thing that I tend to get wrong a lot actually is the angles at which things are. I feel like my proportions are decent, but like angles are like sometimes difficult to get down. Keeping on with the angle here. There we go. That's a little better. At least it's not perfect, but it's getting better as I go. Again, this is some of the first drawings I've done today, actually. I just wanted to see if I could get the live stream going okay. For those of you who are sticking around, I appreciate y'all. Ask as many questions as you want, comment as much as you want. Don't be shy. Alright, let's see here. I'm probably going to start doing live streams like 1 to 2 times a week. Just try to do it when I practice. This one was much better than my previous ones. Just because like I'm practicing anyway, so I might as well just put it on film. And you know, whoever wants to join in and watch can. Let's see here. Alright, let's do a low angle. I haven't done one of those yet. Gotta mind the brow line here. Muhammad, I don't know if you left or not. It says on my screen here there's only one person. Make sure you get enough structure of the realism so that you'll be able to stylize into manga and anime style. So that's actually what I'm practicing. That's why I'm doing these streams. I'm an amateur, so I'm just working on my art style and stuff like that. I'm working on the basics. I'm going through class right now and everything of that nature. So the stuff that I'm doing right now literally is me practicing that. Like, I'm using a skull for a reference. I'm just using these like blocky shapes for now, just to have placeholders, and I'm just mostly focusing on the structure of the head itself. But yeah, like, your point's spot on, and that's what this channel is about. Like, this channel is about me progressing into having my own style, into like working on stuff. So, but I do appreciate the tip. Guys, I'm sorry if y'all hear this this fan going, but it's hot in here. Oh, it's so much better. I was in here sweating. Oh, you're good. You can go, Muhammad. I am Muhammad. You can go. I appreciate you sticking by, though. Sorry guys, I'm just pausing just for a second. I'm just going to post this on my Facebook. Alrighty. It has been posted. Alright, back to my work here. Alright, so let's try to get as realistic as I can with this skull. It's more of an oval shape in the angle that I'm looking at. Oh, my stream died. Hey everybody, sorry, is everybody there? My stream kind of died on me, but it popped back up. I think we're up and running again. Yeah, we're up and running again. Cool. Sorry about that. Again, this is just mostly a test run. Alright. So this is looking like this bottom piece is slightly more than the top here. So what I'm looking at here is this piece right here is because typically when you're doing a head, like, sorry, this is gonna be a really rough head. Sorry about that. So typically what you got is you have your brow line, and then it's split in half right here, and then you have your line for your hair. This isn't perfect thirds, but this is just for an example. Each one is supposed to be an even third, and that makes up your head. But at this angle, it's pulling away from us, so that would mean that it's going to get smaller as it goes, or as it goes up. So like this third right here is going to be down in here where the jawline is, the mandible. This is going to be the largest section because of the perspective that it's in. So that's what I'm trying to replicate here. I've actually done a little bit too much of a curve for this, so let me correct that really fast. And we will get back to it. Alright. So. Alright, so we got our jawline right here. Then it pops over and goes around. You don't see any of this back part. That's all hidden. I'm gonna round out this right here where the eye socket is. It goes down and back. And then the eye socket is kind of going in a little bit, coming around here, coming back down. The other eye socket is right in here. There's a little bit on this side here, curves down and in like that. And then the nasal cavity is right in here. It curves outwards like that. Then we get, I'm not going to draw all the teeth, that's just a little too much, but we get this right here. This goes back in and down as it meets with the teeth. The forehead comes up more and back around. And there is my my skull, a little off, but let's keep practicing. I will do a few more skulls like this as realistic as I can. Alright, so I'm doing like a slightly, like a view that is slightly off. It's not like super straightforward. These are like some of the harder ones to do, actually. Alright, so the brow line is pretty straight across. Alright, the forehead goes pretty straight up. Oops, that was a horrible line. Pretty straight up and around like that. Eye socket goes in and pops out. I like to place the ear. I don't know, I've just always kind of placed the ear. And then this line right here matches the angle at which the bottom middle part of the jaw is at. This seems small to me, so I'm gonna edit this really fast. Okay, seems a little better. Alrighty. Get the bottom of the jaw in there. This is going straight down and then it comes around and meets. This is also coming straight down and it comes around and meets here. We got the cheekbone that comes in, and then this comes down to meet where this is where the teeth are. There's this hole between the skull and the mandible. Another cheekbone here. I'm just gonna do some circles for the eye sockets. This eye socket is going to follow that line a little bit. This is a little off, so I'm going to pull this way. And then got the nose, or nasal cavity, I should say. And there we go. That's at least a decent skull. Let me check my proportions. It's not bad. I like to add the neck just for practice. Alrighty. So I'm gonna do a new layer. Get rid of this. Let's see how this is going. Cool. Not dropping many frames, so that's good news. Alrighty. Let's get in a few more heads on here. And try this angle at a different view. Alright. This is angle, so it starts here, ends down here, and goes slightly across. Alright, and the angle of the face is slightly less than 90. Something like that. Let's wrap this around. So some key notes. I'm not doing a fantastic job of this right this second, but this line right here, this line right here, this line here, and even like, at least from what I've noticed from observation, the line of the jaw, all kind of like, or I should say where the bottom part of the jaw is, the very lowest part of your jaw, they all kind of fall on the same line. They're not quite parallel, because if you were to keep drawing them into space, they would run into each other eventually at a vanishing point, but for the sake of like these kinds of studies and drawings, they are pretty much parallel. So that should help a little bit as you are drawing, and even like this line is going to fall along that same arc. Alrighty, so the eye socket comes out like that, up, down, and around. This one dips in a little bit on this side for the cheekbone. Alrighty. So this is feeling a little off structurally, because I think that this side needs to be pulled up a little bit, so I'm gonna do that. I don't think it's quite at the right angle, so pull it up just slightly, maybe even. Let's go with that. Alright. And the line from here to here is straight, so this is the jawline here. Alright, so this line goes straight out, down, and this comes down here, wraps around. See, and even, oops, it's a little too far now. Even this line where the teeth are on the skull, I'm noticing it has that, it has an arc. I mean, it's a little bit steeper because of, you know, it's, the teeth have like a smaller, they occupy a smaller space than the entire skull, but it's pretty much the same like arc as these ones, so that's good to know as well. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and draw this neck. Alrighty. I'm going to turn up the music just a little bit. Alrighty. See how my drop frames and stuff. Oh man, this is great. So much better than my last stream. My last stream was so rough. Another thing is that this line here and this part of this circle here, they also kind of match one another, so that's a good like thing to think about as you're drawing this too. I think that this is a little small. So for those of you who don't know Loomis method, this circle occupies 2/3 of the height of your entire like sphere. So that's what you're trying to reproduce here. Alright, so the brow line goes here to about here. And that would mean the line for the eye socket would follow the same trend. Alrighty. It's probably a little sharp here, so let me go back through. Man, I really don't like the way that jaws work on the skull. I hate this line right here. I hate it. Such an ugly like line for like the skull. So let me see something here. So this is actually looking like it's a little short, and that's what I was thinking as I was drawing it. So I'm gonna make this slightly longer at least. Yeah, it looks a little better. Alrighty. Let's get rid of this. This part of the skull is pretty vertical. Not quite like 90 degrees, but it gets up there. Move my mic back a little bit. Alrighty. Neck's a little too thin. Alright. So I'm going to transition to doing a few without reference, kind of practice my knowledge a little bit, and then I will do a few bodies, just doing the structure of the body, and then after that I will end the stream. I'm gonna try to pick 2 days a week that I'll start doing streams. It's literally gonna be me practicing this. Probably like, I don't know, for an hour or two each stream. I'm seeing that my frame rates and everything are really good. As long as OBS doesn't crash on me like it did today, it's seeming like it's doing a pretty good job. So yeah, I'll keep doing this every week so you can kind of see my progress. And maybe I'll do on a weekend where I have a lot of time, I'll do like a long stream where I kind of like maybe do like some fan art or something like that, like a fan art portrait. So that won't take me too long. If I did a body, it would take me a while. Alrighty. Let's do 5 heads without reference. And then I will check the reference on my phone. This circle is not big enough. Oops. That's not right. I am struggling with this head right here. There it goes. Alright. So at this angle, I'm going to guess that this is going to be slightly longer at the bottom. And there it goes. This will come straight down and then around. Eye sockets will rest in here. And let's fill that in real quick. I think this line's a little off. Let's do it like that. Dang fan. I don't know what that is. Here, let me see if this will... Is that any better? Did that make any difference, Chris? Or is it the same? Oh, he must have jetted off. That's alright. Alright, so eye socket goes into cheekbone, which drapes down into the mandible. Or into where the teeth are, I should say. I am Muhammad. You cracking me up over there with the dab. I didn't even know that was a whatchamacallit, an emoji. Alright. Alright, let me check this real fast. Alright, so actually this line looks like it needed to be curved down a little bit more for this to fit this particular perspective. Okay. That is fine with me. But the good news is this is like a relatively believable head from memory, so that's pretty good. Let's do slightly off center head. Oops. So this is one thing I'm trying to teach myself, is that when this part of the head is in perspective, this section has to be longer than this section. I find myself sometimes drawing it and it's kind of like this, and I mean this is a gross exaggeration, but I kind of have way too much on this side in comparison to this side. So that's something I've been like keeping an eye on. Alright. This is a little long. Alright. Let's do this. This is gonna pop in just slightly. Maybe, it might not. Might be wrong. Alright. Let's go into this where the teeth are. Let's pop that in. Something like that. Let's round this out a little bit more. Add the ear on this side, and then there will be an ear over here too. Alright, let's see how that looks. I mean, this is always a problem too. My head's slightly crooked. There it goes. Alright. So let's check. So I'm curving these lines a little bit too much this way. So let's try that view again without reference. Check myself. Alright. shave off a little bit over here. This is slightly tilted again. Let's pull it that way. Cool, cool. Alright, so this is gonna, see, I did it again. This point and this point are gonna be at like the same height. This probably needs to go down a little bit more. Cool. So at this view, it's going to be, at least in my opinion, it would be like pretty true to the thirds rule. So those should all be about the same. So let's pull this down slightly and wrap it around here. This head is feeling a little thick to me. A little bit thick. Alright, let me see here. So this would wrap into the cheekbone, which would pull down into where the teeth are. And this would come up, come around to the cheekbone. Yeah, this is a little thick. So I'm going to take this side, pull it in slightly, and now this side, pull this in slightly. Looks a little better. This is still going to pop in just a little bit, I think. And this can now come a little closer to here. You can see both ears. Still looking a little crooked. This peak of the head, I think, is slightly too tall as well, so I'm gonna pull that down just a little. Cool. Alright, so let's check this out again. Alright, so it looks like I need to pull this in a little bit over here. But to be honest with you, this is probably my best head without reference so far, so that's pretty good. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to draw 2 more heads without reference pretty fast. See if I can get it done in 5 minutes, and then I'm going to start doing some body references and utilizing some just some volumes to kind of go through and situate the body in a particular pose. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know why I like this head angle so much, or practicing it, I should say. But I think it's because I find it to be a little challenging. Also, people, as I start to stream more and more with the music, I am going to probably sing on accident a few times, and I apologize for that because my singing is rough. This angle is off. This probably is a little too far over, but that's alright. Alright, I would say that's a fairly successful angle there. Let's do this head again, but let's turn it more that way. Let's see here, so that was the circle before. Jeez, come on now. There it goes. Alright, so I don't know if this is going to help anybody, but something I realized with heads like this, and I want to turn them like I am, if I just make this circle slightly, like, take up a little bit more space, for me, that kind of helps me with my positioning. I mean, granted, I'm just an amateur. I'm trying to get better, but that's at least what has helped me with turning the head. This is a little crooked. I don't know why I do that. It just must be like how my hand just naturally wants to draw. Alright, so this is going to be, again, relatively straight. This bottom piece looks a little high. Let's correct that. That was rough. Alright. This is straight up and down, which means this is straight up and down. This over again, so it's around here, is that right? Does that feel a little long? It feels a little long. Let's go here and pull this down a little bit. Pull that across. So the eyes are about halfway in between those two spots. I need to probably take some off of this side just a little. Eye socket in, cheekbone into the mouth here. Wraps in. This is here, that gap. This is pulling down like this, and the jaw will come around like that. This will be a little more straight up and down as it goes back. Ear, eye socket, cheekbone, down, perfect. So this will be kind of filled in. Eye socket, nose, neck. This is a rough looking neck. It's alright, I'm not studying necks right now, as I redo it 8 times. Alright, I'd say that's fairly successful, at least, with a little bit of lean. There it goes. Alright. Thanks there, Aya. I appreciate it. Sorry, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna be able to kind of like manage my chat. Hopefully this'll, as I get used to it, I'll do a little bit better job of managing that. But I appreciate you chilling with me. It's been great. Aya, what times do you think that I should stream during the week? What days? Alright, let's do one more head. This time I'm gonna do, let's do a down view since I haven't done one on this page yet. Let's go. Let's go here. Actually, let's do a little bit more than this. See how my frame rates are going. Wow, man, I've only had 222 drop frames in a 1 hour drawing session. That's pretty solid. I'll take that. There it goes. Let's flip this down. I think this is gonna trail off a little bit more than that, at least in my opinion. Cool, cool. So this line will match this. This is going to wrap around. Let's go here. It's gonna fall down like that. Oopsies. So come here. Alright, so let's look at this here. Alright, so eye socket into cheekbone, into teeth. Jaw will be over here. This looks a little off. Alright. The perspective, it looks like my face is going like that right now. So I'm going to have to check this and I'll correct it. And then we'll move on to bodies for about 30 minutes. And then I will end stream. Can't end it with a neck like that though, my lord. Shoulder will probably be over there somewhere. Neck won't be that visible. Alright, I appreciate it. Alright, let's check this one out. Alright, so there seems to be, to me, two major parts of the skull. So the first part, here, let's look at this from front view. This first part is like this, and then the second part, and it's like to the nose. And then if we would chop off this piece here, what we would then get is another piece that goes like this. I mean, obviously that's not perfect, but the reason why this is important, though, is because, for instance, at this angle that I'm trying to draw here, that one, we get this ball, and things are around here, and then they kind of just like go straight here. That's crooked again. Get the ball, and then they go straight down, right? And then we get this like block. That kind of goes like this, actually. Let me see. I mean, it goes over a little bit more than that, but not much. It's like this, and a little bit of this is shaved off. But that's kind of what you get, and the back end comes out slightly more. And I've been drawing this wrong, I think, because this comes way out here. But again, this is almost totally like separated right here. And then for the skull, you get this. I mean, and then you get like your cheekbone that pulls into there. And then this comes down and around like this. Alright, and so this is kind of sorry, I'm thinking really hard right now, because I feel like I mean, not that I haven't seen this all over the place on YouTube. I think Kuzamari, or whatever his name is, Chris Crady, the guy that does stuff for Saturday AM, like, he has specifically talked about this like method of thinking about the head as like two separate shapes, but I think it's just not like clicking a little bit with me, because like you really do get this like like the mandible is, if you blocked it out, is kind of shaped like, it's kind of, well, maybe not quite that. It's kind of shaped like this. Give it a little thickness. Oops. Yeah, the mandible is kind of shaped like that. And then you just plop a sphere. I'll have to keep working at that, but anyways, I would say that that was a fairly successful 1 hour head study session. So let's move on to a couple of bodies, and then I will be done for the day. Let's see here. I like looking, I don't know why, but I don't really like looking at actual like people too much when I do these kinds of like references for like bodies and stuff like that. I think that it's easier for me to kind of, I don't know, it's a little easier for me to break down somebody else's drawing rather than breaking down the complexities of the human body. And I think that's because I don't know, I just think that that's because of you get to see actual lines and stuff. I mean, granted, I do need to get used to doing it with actual people, so it's not like I'm never going to do like actual people and stuff like that, but I just wanted to kind of explain my reasoning for that. Here, I'm actually going to use, because I know that the stream's going okay, let me check the frames. Dang, this is good. Man. Alright, so also, I am sorry for the fuzziness. I'm trying to think of why that might be, like my voice. I'm not really sure why that's happening. I'll figure that out though. But anyways, here, let me, sorry, ADHD running rampant right now. See, told you I was gonna start singing. Song's catchy, man. Also, I'll try to beef up my song list so y'all aren't listening to the same 6 songs over and over again. I know that it doesn't bug me, but I know it probably bugs most people. Alright. So yeah, I'm using more art from Mark Brunet, just as y'all probably saw in a recent video if you're following along with those. But his art, I trust him because he's like he's my teacher right now, and so like I don't have a problem with using his artwork as my like heavily for like anatomy reference and stuff like that, because he knows what he's doing. And I know that because of obviously taking his courses. Man, this such beautiful movement in this piece. My God. This dude's art's just incredible, man. Hopefully I can like get close to this level at some point. If I could even draw like half of what this dude does, I would be very happy. Alright, so to me this looks like I see a little bit more of the front of the pelvis than I do the rib cage, and my measurement range true even here. This is the bottom of the crotch, and we get this right here. So this piece is like it's like a octopus lady, a squid lady. I'm just gonna act like the front two tentacles are the actual legs here. So he has one leg following this general thing here. Line of action is what I was looking for. So let's and this leg is sort of following along with that because she is in the water. Oops. Oop. Why does that happen? I don't really understand that at all. Alright. Alright, luckily this lady does have actual arms though. So let's go here. This looks like, yeah, that would be about where the belly button is, so that's perfect. I think I made the neck a little too long. But hey, for once I think my head might be about the right size. The arm follows this motion here. And it actually goes in then out, so this one, I'll just put a ball for the hand for now. This makes me feel like my legs are a little short, and they are, so we are going to cheat. The beauty, oops, it's probably not the one I wanted. This is the beauty of utilizing digital art. Not like I didn't draw these things. Let's elongate this one as well. That feels a little bit better to me. Alright. Yeah, that's more correct. Okay. So now this goes here. It's a little longer than that. It is at that angle though, but I think it comes out closer to here. And then this arm, or this arm, this part of the arm is coming more towards us this way. Because she's like, actually also is angled more like this. That's why I drew that arm shorter. I see what happened. Okay. Or that part of the arm. I keep saying that arm. Like this and this are not two different arms. Alright, so I'm going to make the neck a little shorter. I think this angled a little bit closer to that, maybe a little further away. Alrighty, sorry I have not been checking comments. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm actually gonna put, just because I kind of like this one, I'm going to put a little bit of anatomy on top of it. Alright, so we would have sternocleidomastoid coming in, have the trapezius. Actually, let me do a different layer for this. I might actually end this stream just because I've been streaming now for almost an hour and a half. Probably end the stream after I do this. I'm just gonna add some muscle on top of all of this, just because I think that it, like, structurally it looks pretty decent. Let me check. Top of the head to here is about to there. Yeah, so like structurally this is like fairly sound, especially in comparison to what I'm like looking at as a reference. So I want to try to capitalize on that by adding my musculature. So one thing I do need to work on for female torsos is getting this a little smaller so I can add muscle tone on top of it. Alright, so we get the sternocleidomastoid, wrapping around. I'll go ahead and do the head. Alright, then we get collarbone, something like that. Let's go ahead and now add the trapezius on both sides. Your pectoralis major muscles are going to follow along here, wrap down, and they attach on the upper portion of the arm there. They go to about here on this side and attach down there. It's gonna look something like that, I think. And now you're going to get your delt. the big head is going to come down to halfway on the arm. Gonna get this here. Maybe come down a little further than that. This part of the head's gonna come here. I'm gonna get this over here. That's gonna come down to there. Alright. This I think is gonna wrap this way more. Then we're going to get tired. Then we're gonna get the obliques that come and wrap here like that. You know what? They might go in more. Looking at my reference again, and then come out, in and then out. Let's make the hip pop a little bit more. We're going to get your abdominal muscles close to halfway, but before I do that, let me draw this line for the abdominal muscle in the middle. I'm gonna have to push this out a little bit more, I think. Alright. This is going to be a little more round. Oops. Whew, it's hot in here. Alright. The deltoid on this side is going to be kind of like this. Alright, I don't know all the arm muscles quite yet, but I'm going to attempt. I think the delt's going to come around a little more like that. The biceps probably going to be in there. Tricep right in there. I'm not even going to act like I know the forearm muscles. So those can stay. Let's get the lat not as developed on this. Alright. Now I'm just going to, I think I'm gonna lasso this leg actually and pull it out more this way so I can give this woman a little bit more hips. For now I'm just gonna like kind of just make some shapes because I don't know the leg muscles quite yet. I haven't learned them in class, so I'm not going to spend too much time because it would just be a waste at this point. All right. So, that is going to be the stream for today. I don't think I'll have time tomorrow, but maybe on Monday I will try to stream a little bit again. I'll try to get streaming done whenever I get to practice on the tablet, just because why not? It gives me a chance to kind of hang out with y'all and draw a little bit and talk, you know. So anyways, let's see what the progress was for today. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, and a body done. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Alrighty. And how long was the stream? Hour and a half. That's pretty good. 20 heads and a body in an hour and a half. I mean, I could do better than that, but a lot of this was just kind of test running the stream and everything like that, and getting used to drawing on camera. But again, for all of you that did jump in, I do appreciate all of you coming and talking on the stream for a bit, hanging out with me. I will try to do I'll try to do at least one stream a week, if not two. This upcoming week, I'll probably be able to get in two. But yeah, let's keep getting better together, everybody. All right, I will see you next time. Peace.